If your French Bulldog sleeps all day, don't assume they're just lazy. Some sleeping habits are completely normal, but others can be an early warning sign. Today, you'll learn the science behind why French Bulldogs sleep so much, what's healthy, and when it's time to pay attention.
Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We're going to dive straight into the fascinating biology behind your dog's resting habits. You know, as owners, it's super easy to project human behaviors onto our dogs, but once you actually understand the biological science behind it, everything about their daily routine is going to make a whole lot more sense.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, why Frenchies sleep so much. Second, the science of sleep. Third, 4 reasons they sleep more. Fourth, healthy rest versus warning signs. And finally, a quick recap.
Section 1. Why Frenchies sleep so much and debunking the lazy myth.
It's incredibly common to kind of freak out when your Frenchie snoozes all day. I mean, logging up to 12 or 14 hours, that sounds crazy. But sleep is a strict biological necessity, and age completely changes what normal looks like. Young puppies are all about alternating chaos, just intense, crazy high energy, followed by a sudden, hard crash into deep sleep. Adult Frenchies, on the other hand, have a much steadier, way more predictable resting pattern mapped across the entire day. Figuring out exactly where your dog falls on this timeline is really the first step in decoding their overall health.
Section 2. The science of sleep. Biology, not laziness.
Okay, let's get into it. Dogs are wired entirely differently than humans. They have shorter sleep cycles that require more frequent wake-ups, but way more total hours of rest. What's uniquely fascinating about Frenchies, though, is how their specific anatomy plays a massive role here. They're prone to BOAS, or brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome. Basically, because of those adorable short snouts, their airways are super compact. This means the simple act of taking a breath literally requires more physical effort for them than it does for a dog with a longer snout. This biological reality leads to much faster fatigue. They aren't choosing to be lazy. Their bodies are literally demanding extra rest just to compensate for the energy they burn simply breathing.
Beyond just their anatomy, there are a few daily variables that dictate their exact sleep needs. We've got age. Seniors and puppies obviously need more rest. We've got the amount of daily physical exercise they're actually getting. Then there's the weather and environmental temperatures outside. And finally, mental stimulation. How much is their brain working throughout the day?
Oh, and real quick, if you're looking for any of the products I'm about to mention throughout this explainer, like an orthopedic dog bed or a cooling mat, I've actually gone ahead and linked all of them right down in the description for you. All right, let's look at the biggest reasons your Frenchie might be sleeping more than usual.
Section 3. 4 reasons they sleep more and environmental factors.
Reason number 1 is recovery sleep. After exercise or play, dogs naturally crash to let their muscles recover. This is that high-quality, deep rest. Because quality sleep is absolutely essential, especially for adult and senior Frenchies who might have, stiff joints. Providing an orthopedic dog bed is a total game changer. It perfectly supports their skeletal structure during this natural recovery phase.
Reason number 2. Heat and overheating. French Bulldogs tire significantly faster in hot weather. Because of that short snout we just talked about, panting isn't nearly as efficient for them. So, sleeping more during warm days is really their body's way of conserving energy and trying not to overheat. A cooling mat is an incredible tool here. It directly helps your Frenchies stay comfortable and safely lower their body temp while they rest. Reason number 3 is boredom.
Yep, sometimes dogs sleep simply because there is absolutely nothing interesting going on. But we have to realize that sleeping out of sheer boredom is fundamentally different from healthy, restorative recovery sleep. To combat this, an interactive puzzle toy is fantastic. It provides much-needed mental enrichment to keep your Frenchie engaged and active rather than just snoozing the day away out of pure apathy.
And reason number 4, hydration and general wellness. Hydration heavily impacts a dog's overall energy levels. If your Frenchie is dehydrated, their energy will completely plummet, leading to lethargy that looks an awful lot like sleepiness. An elevated water bowl is a great solution because it encourages really easy access to fresh water, promoting better hydration, especially immediately after an activity.
Section 4. Healthy rest versus warning signs and when to call the vet.
So the absolutely crucial point here is drawing a hard line between normal rest and a real health hazard. Normal sleep includes resting after play, escaping the heat, or taking growing puppy naps.
that is completely healthy recovery. However, if their increased sleep is combined with breathing difficulty, vomiting, a sudden loss of appetite, or an unusual lethargy where they just completely ignore their favorite things, that is no longer just a nap. Those are clear red flags, and you need to get veterinary advice immediately.
Section 5. Final recap on keeping your Frenchie healthy.
To sum it all up, your Frenchie isn't lazy. They are just doing exactly what their body needs. Let's do a rapid-fire recap. Normal recovery is best supported by an orthopedic bed. Heat and weather fatigue can be safely managed with a cooling mat. If they need mental stimulation to cure boredom, grab a puzzle toy. And to ensure optimal hydration and health, utilize an elevated water bowl. And just a quick reminder, all the links to those specific tools are down in the description.
If you found this explainer helpful, make sure to subscribe for more science-backed French Bulldog care, behavior, health, and training tips every week. And let me know in the comments, how many hours does your Frenchie usually sleep each day? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next explainer.